Good afternoon, curling fans. Brent Lang here on the call. Everest Canadian Curling Club Championships. We're getting down to it. This is the final day of the round robin portion of this tournament, this Bonspiel. And feature game today is the ladies matchup. We've got Team Nunavut versus Team New Brunswick. Both will find themselves on the outside looking in for the playoff picture, but I'm sure they both want to finish with a victory here today. So hopefully we're in for a good match. Full sheets of action again, all the way across men's and ladies games, I believe, and I could be wrong, more than likely I am wrong, but I had a look this morning and it looks like the playoff picture has been decided on both the men's and ladies side, even though there are games left. So don't know who plays who yet in the elimination round, but it looks to me like in Pool A, on the women's side, Saskatchewan, Quebec, Ontario, and Newfoundland and Labrador have advanced to the next round. Pool B, Prince Edward Island, Nova Scotia, Manitoba, and Northern Ontario will be advancing. And then on the men's side, Pool A looks like it is Ontario, Alberta, Manitoba, and New Brunswick. And Pool B, Nova Scotia, Northern Ontario, Quebec, and BC. Saskatchewan missed out at 3-3, missed out by a game. Unfortunately, that's how close it gets at these things, but Team New Brunswick has the hammer.
Yeah, definitely.
Can we top four, or is it back? It's back, eh?
Yeah.
To start this game, and called for this one to be top four. I think it's a little bit heavy, but
Ice seems sticky.
so we're going to see a takeout here. We've got, unless they always, not always, but sometimes they'll switch the lineups late in the week. I know they do have an alternate, but I believe it should be Kim Dow throwing the lead stones for Team New Brunswick. Their lone win of the week. They actually won their first game beating Manitoba, and then went on a bit of a skid for the next few games, and that's how they ended up 1-4. Nunavut beat Yukon for their lone win. So, like I said, both teams wanting to finish on a high note. All teams will stick around. Everest makes sure of that because they do a closing banquet on Sunday night to celebrate all of the teams.
Later.
Tight guard.
Tight guard.
Martha Lenio, the lead for Nunavut, being asked for a tight guard this time. Looks a little bit heavy. Will it stop?
Sit down.
I think that's going to just stop. Very nice. So now no option. Team New Brunswick playing a come around. No option to hit it. They've got lots of options, just can't hit it, can't take it out, can't move it off the center line even. So being asked for the come around here.
Better. Yeah. Line's good. Yep. Hard line. Yep. Where?
Line is tight. We're all over the top guard here, so can't move this guard off the center line or the shooter will come off. Just a little light. Doesn't remove it from the center line, so no harm, no foul.
Medium. Light.
Maya Obadia trying the intern come around here.
Martha. Martha's.
Want Martha to hold that straight. Looks like it's curling plenty.
Okay, just over and off.
Nothing wrong with another guard here. A little bit lighter than she'd wanted, but
Okay, you're good. It's okay.
New Brunswick probably not loving the 3 center guards, but there's too many to remove them all, so beat them in there, I think, is the strategy. This would be Michaela Downey, wife of Mitch Downey, playing third for the men's New Brunswick team. So I know I just told you who's in the playoffs. I think both those teams are playoff bound, or not playoff bound. The men's are playoff bound. They are. They're 3-2 heading to their last game, but 2 games clear of next Newfoundland and Labrador, so they will be in the playoffs. Michaela born in Ontario.
Hard Heather. Hard Heather. Yep.
The story goes that she got into curling because her dad was really good friends with Shorty Jenkins, and anybody who followed curling at all, especially in Ontario, you know who Shorty is. A great come around there by Michaela. See if Maya can add some speed to this one. The line was good on her first one, just needs to throw this one substantially harder from high guard to top 4 foot. So see if she can make that adjustment.
It's a bit heavier.
Yeah. Where?
It's back. Be in the house.
It's going to be in the house. That's a good thing. We want it in the house.
No, whoa. Switch. Whoa if you can.
What?
Yeah, okay, Jill.
Sorry, Martha.
Yeah, bring it all the way.
Come on, little.
Okay, well, just even.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so apparently online's wrong, and New Brunswick is 2 and 3, not 1 and 4. I don't know how you screw that up, but they did. So what does that change? Unfortunately for them, it doesn't. It does change a lot. That means they're not out yet. Minor detail. So I'll have to have a closer look because it'll come down to if they can win this game, they would end up tied with Northern Ontario, and then it will come down to head-to-head, but I can't check that because it's wrong online, so I don't know who else they beat. Who's their second win? They beat Yukon. Who's the other one? Say Northern Ontario. Not Northern Ontario?
Yep.
Manitoba?
Yep.
Okay, well, they're still alive then. Maybe. It's messy.
Whoa.
So there's 2 ladies pools, 2 men's pools.
Sorry.
3 of the 4 are decided. Looks like there is mess in Pool B. So a huge game here for them, for New Brunswick, not just playing for only pride. A win here, depending on what else happens, they would end up tied with Northern Ontario. And if Manitoba loses tonight, they play PEI, who are the front runners, there'd be a 3-way tie for 2 spots. So it would go to head-to-head first. That's probably a mess. So then it would go to shootout. They'd all beat each other, I bet. And then it goes to the famous last stone draw. So I can tell you what it says, but it might be wrong because it's the same place I got the win-loss information.
Line's good. Yep. Yeah, line. Yes.
So New Brunswick,
Hard line.
heading into this draw, if this is right, would own the tiebreaker. So a lot of action here. If Manitoba wins tonight, though, Manitoba would be in, and New Brunswick, having lost to Northern Ontario, would be on the outside looking in. So this is where the pool format gets messy and confusing. But at the end of the day, here's what they know for sure. If they lose this game, nothing. They're definitely out.
Whoa. It looks heavy.
And they got a good end going here. 1 buried. This one looks a little bit wide and heavy. Jill Billingham playing third. Just a hair heavy, so didn't quite get the curl they wanted. And
Throw the seam, you think, or a smidge more?
now a big chance. Heather Munn, whose husband is also on the men's team. A lot of family connections in curling in general, usually.
It's got a curl.
So wanting this one to be buried top 4 foot.
Getting better.
Don't really want to be heavy
All the way
here.
to it. Yep. Hard.
And if you are heavy, you want to sweep it past right to the back yellow on. A good heads-up call there, I think.
All the way. It's good.
Not exactly what they want, but not a bad plan B. Line 2.
Pocket right there. Here? Yep. Or up here on the line so we can tap it later.
All right. So how much?
Halfway? No. More? Yeah, about there. No.
So a tough shot here, but a chance. Lee Gustafson, if she can make this in-turn.
Okay. We're just going to do the same thing.
There you go.
The tolerance is going to be light so that we can use it later if I need to. If we're sitting on their back one, though, it's not the worst plan, but it's still behind tee, so I would not like it. Okay. So
There you go.
we're a little bit high. What? Is it up to speed or is it still a little slow?
Go with 375. So maybe
Okay.
So we're hearing some conversation this end from both sides that it's a little bit slower than it has been. I agree, if she's a little bit light, it's usable on her last one. You know, she said we can use it later. Later is one more shot, so.
Leave it. Leave it. No. Leave it.
This is one that they really
When you see it.
would like to make this really good here.
Close.
Line's getting good.
Close.
Okay, yeah, go.
Yeah. Maya. Maya.
Did they wait too long on the speed? I think they might have. Waiting on the line, and now light was okay, but it's curling so much it's not going to be useful, so.
I'm the same way.
That's not
for
very
sure,
usable,
that's
is
okay.
it?
Yeah.
Just because it curled so much, you can hear her say, Lee saying, well, light was supposed to be more usable than that, but because of where it curled to, it's not really accessible. And
Short's okay.
same kind of conversation here for skip Carol Webb.
If the line's good, we'll bring it in. Short's okay. Guard. We're sitting 2.
It's a small world. Carol's sister, Julie Webb, 1998 Canadian and World Junior Curling Champion, alternate for the Melissa McClure team. Same year that Team John Morris won the Canadian World Juniors, and I was part of that team, so the curling world is extremely small. So they're thinking it's heavy. Is there anywhere else they can put it is what they're asking. Anywhere third shot that doesn't leave a double would be good. I'd want to make sure this is past shot rock, but it looks like it's quite heavy.
Sorry, Carol. Sorry. Yeah, 57.
A little too strong there, and trading breaks back and forth. Still doing my detective work here, so if they've got this wrong, I wonder if they have the other
Just gonna do the
teams
same thing.
right.
Maybe a
And
hair
of course
bit
the
more.
Wi-Fi's down, so who knows? I'm useless now.
Um,
I might have to talk to somebody. My social media won't work.
yeah. Can you give me a bit more ice?
More?
What was my time on that one?
393.
Okay.
Doesn't need to throw much more weight, just a couple of feet, or just even sweep it a little bit earlier.
Yeah, it's a little bit slow.
Even if they can get it just biting the forefoot, a little piece buried. Outcount the back, the second shot rock. Need a make here. No tolerance on this one because a miss here and there'll be a draw even on the other side for 3.
Maya. Maya. Hard. Okay.
Off. Tell me if you need me. Off.
Line's pretty good if the speed's right.
All right, sweep it in.
Has to be there.
Needs to be in the forefoot. Line's perfect. This is a good looking shot. What a shot. That is perfect.
Good shot, Lee.
Some well-deserved applause from the fans up here. And now a very difficult shot for 2. Team New Brunswick skip Carol Webb here needs to go to the out turn now and draw, and almost needs a piece of the button. That is exactly where Carol was trying to put her last shot.
180.
So fantastic shot, well thrown and swept, and Team Nunavut may get out of here with only giving up 1, which would have been their goal starting the end.
Line's tight.
Line's a little tight here. This could be trouble.
Line's tight.
I think this is gone already, and I think we're going to get 1 on the board for Team New Brunswick and a 1-0 lead heading to the second end. We'll be back with more action right after this.
1 red.
I love that curling is a team sport, that we're able to travel the world with friends and family and experience the journey with fans as well. The sport demands so much, whether it's fine motor skills or both physically and mentally taxing. And it's just a fun social sport that you're able to kind of make an extended family all over the world.
Everest is here to support you in the moments that matter. Learn how at everestfuneral.ca.
This is it. It all comes down to this rock. The hours in the gym, the weeks away from my family. This is what I've been training for. And all those voices trying to tear me down, I'm here to silence them. We've given everything we have for a chance to get everything we want.
Welcome back, and I had my private investigative team beside me help me out here, and we think we got it figured out for New Brunswick.
Got it, Carol.
They have to win this game, or else they're out.
Yeah.
If they win this game and Manitoba loses to PEI later, I think they're in, unless they had, a really terrible shootout here, which I don't think they could even have one bad enough to not be in one of the two spots if there was a three-way tie. But if they win and Manitoba beats PEI tonight, then again they're going to find themselves on the outside looking in. So they are alive. We're going to go with that until somebody comes and taps me on the shoulder and tells me I'm wrong again. So a really good shot there from Team Nunavut to save that multiple score. And then a tough draw for two that Carol had, but unsuccessful. But New Brunswick coming back with a couple of center guards. First one slid into the house. Nunavut knows that was in the free guard zone now, and now we got two guards and some action to start the second end here.
Yeah, she's tight. Where is it? Top 8?
Martha's pretty tight on this one. Can't really hit this red guard. This is going to go back, I think.
No. We're going to wreck on this.
And you could have stopped that. Probably should have. Now it's complicated. Everything goes back.
So what do I do this? That one stays?
Shooter comes off.
Cool.
Everything goes back. Like, try and make it like nothing ever happened.
It's all good? Good enough. Yeah, good enough.
I think that's close. That yellow one might be a little too tight to center, but all the other games also in the second end. Nothing crazy to report. No 5 or 6 enders. We have seen a few this week. A little bit strong here.
First just went through, so if you're on the same path, it's going to be fast.
Out-turn draw to the button here for Maya Obadia.
Medium, heavy. Stay close, it's tight.
Yeah, it's
tight. Jill. Yeah, Jill. Yeah. Okay, whoa, whoa. Yep. Yep. Martha. Whoa. Whoa.
So line was good, a little bit too strong, but got one in there buried, and that can easily go on the board and count just as much as one on the button, but still an opportunity for New Brunswick. And as my detective work continues, Manitoba actually plays Yukon. They're out there right now. So online is, I wouldn't trust online just for a minute. Hopefully they'll fix that up. But Team Manitoba ladies are playing Team Yukon ladies right now. And according to their stats, they already lost to New Brunswick, which is big news for New Brunswick fans. So if New Brunswick wins, they're going to be in if Manitoba loses. I think actually either way because of their shootout. If they win this game, they're going to be in. So things are looking up. When I first started 20 minutes ago, New Brunswick was out. Then they had a chance, and now if they win, I think they're in. Maybe soon they're already in. I don't know. We'll keep talking and see what happens. Good come around there. Again, sliding a little bit too far, but Shot rock just out of the 4-foot. Both teams getting a lot of practice at the old out-turn come around here in the second end.
Where's Wade?
They're thinking this one's strong, so if it's strong, it won't get the curl.
Jill? Okay, whoa. Yeah.
Line's getting
Jill.
tight though. Might
Whoa,
curl enough to
whoa.
get to the back one. If it gets by tight, might want to carve this one, sweep it to curl a bit. Gonna chip it. The old-fashioned skip sweep off back there. I'm not sure who won. Those look close. I don't think it's going to change the next call, however. Somebody's going to get one top 4 buried, and Carroll's decided why not us. And in that Manitoba Yukon game, which is a super important one for our game here, Yukon took 2 in the first end. The only multiple score across all the sheets. We had 3 blanks and a couple of forces, and then a deuce for Team Yukon.
Where? Line's good.
This one looks good if they can get it there. Might need to go for weight, but
Hard,
line's
Kim.
really
Hard,
good.
Kim. Hard all the way up. Yep, up. Hard, Ken.
It's a good spot. Could have swept that another, rock or two, but you can see with all the backing, that's going to be very difficult to
What do you want to
remove.
rip? How much can you see? Just that? Okay.
Yeah, not very much. So they're just going to draw around this one.
Okay, ladies.
Might want to run the guard back here, hit and roll on the guard, try and open that up a little bit. This is a pretty precise shot, but it's possible. You can get this mostly buried
Where?
around top 8, but this one looks a little bit wide and heavy.
Needs to curl.
Here? Yeah. It's coming back.
Speed looks pretty good. Needs to curl and
Yeah.
die here, but
Yeah.
speed looks pretty good.
Okay, well,
Don't think you want to
yeah.
sweep that. A lot of yellows kicking around back there. They are behind the tee line, but I'd still be a little bit nervous without the hammer with all those yellows. So just going to call for the guard. Another option would be to follow that yellow one down. Just freeze on that either one of those back ones and eliminate all those yellows. Nothing wrong with this call though.
That's nice.
Just tight.
Heather Munn just trying to throw almost the same shot you just threw, just take a few feet of weight off. Looks pretty good. Well done, and so
Do you want to try to draw or do you want to rip?
Lee's thinking maybe we need to open something up here. The draw is still there. Actually, the guard's helpful now if you want to draw, but
Which one?
Which one? Which one do you
Do
want?
you want to rip this or do you want to draw?
they're both asking each other which one. It's hard to hear out there. I know we hear,
Will it land on our own?
depends where you hit it.
Okay.
We hear them clear as day, but that's because they're mic'd up and we don't hear all this surrounding noise quite like they do. This is a loud curling club, 6 full sheets of action, an old barn that echoes. This one's got a curl to hit the red
Got a
one.
curl.
Might
Martha, get ready.
a little
Yeah.
tick on the red and then bump the yellow in the
Martha,
house.
roll.
Watch the
Martha,
yellow.
roll.
That curl a little bit more, that would have been really, really good. Still good though, opens up shot rock. You can see here just kind of doesn't hit as much as she wants, hit about a quarter and then spins into the yellow. If that hits the first one a little thicker, it has a little less pace when it hits the second one, and that yellow stays in the rings, but
It's up to speed.
they're gonna bump this up. I don't know whose third shot. I do know that if you come in here, that's really the only way to leave it in a place
Sure, it's okay too.
where there's going to be a double to like at least 2, maybe 3. It looks like it would just be 2. I think red's third shot. So other option here is guard or again freeze down to the back. Lots of options with this tap though.
Line's better. Line's good. Where are we?
Sounds like they like the weight in the line, so that's a good sign early. This is really curling now.
Yeah. Hard
This might turn into a straight come around the guard. Want to get second shot, doesn't get second and over curls. Kind of didn't get either.
It might, the only thing is it might go back up to ours.
It's close. Okay.
But
Yeah. You have to watch the jam. It has to go with that pocket,
think
right?
the
We can't hit the great wall.
got it.
The Great Wall. There is a Great Wall back there.
7, 8.
There's quite a bit of room, and I think even if it dead jams on the yellow, then it's not going to outcount, or it is going to outcount the back yellow. So need to hit and roll broom side.
So we're gonna try these fabled soft hits.
Yeah.
And we gotta punch it on the high side and put it right back through the hole. We have to miss all the guards in the back. So Maya, if we have to sweep, you'll be on it, okay?
So probably like a heavy hack or a board weight, hit half a stone. Even 2/3 misses the back. Try and roll over to the side 8 foot and lie 2 and set up a deuce here. Lee Gustafson made a great shot last time. Let's see if she can help her team. That's tight of where she was looking to throw that. That's real tight.
Come on, we don't want to hit this guard. Come on. Go back, go past. Come on, squeeze past. Yes.
Jill, roll. Yeah.
That's actually okay. I agree.
Hard.
You heard Jill say, squeeze past. We don't want to hit this guard. And then when it does, yes. If it hit the guard, it wouldn't have been very good. But this is actually not really a plan B, but a good result, because now you're second and third and Shot Rock's open. I didn't catch what Carol, similar ice though, maybe freezing the back. Might be a good call.
Draw out of the back.
Yeah, good call. Really, you can draw, it looks like you can draw to any of them almost.
What was that one? That one was 80. Yeah. But it just draw into the back. Yeah, I don't think that's true.
So perfect is freeze right on the second Shot Rock, and if you can get to the nose, that would be ideal. See if Carol can just add a couple of feet to her last one. I think that one maybe a little harder, which is a good sign early. I think it'll always curl enough. This is going to get tight. This is going to get onto the red one. Maybe accidentally make that tap they were talking about.
Yep, gotta get some separation between these.
Maybe line it up on the back instead of separation. And there's a double for 3 here. Right on the nose with some speed.
So I'll throw my regular weight.
Yeah.
Just nose.
She takes up all her
Nose and both should go. Yeah, even just a hair on the high side, on the low side.
Are we trying for a double?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely trying
Right,
for the
so,
double.
yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Hopefully shooter stays.
No, because she needs those.
If you're gonna make the double, the shooter's gonna
feel pressure about it.
stay.
We can just keep like going hard.
So right on the nose, maybe even a little bit across the
I
nose.
have to give it my regular weight so we can bounce it out.
Yeah, anything on the center line side and the top one will stay.
And we just have to hit it nose or slightly on Maya's side. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, Maya, be ready to be close to rock.
Hitting it on my side?
No, we're gonna hit it on nose, but to keep it straight.
Yeah.
So a big chance here.
But we need a lot of weight to get the top red to move.
It sounded like Lee even thought they were
Yeah.
out counting at the back. It looked like red, but it's always hard to tell from up here. So final stone, second end, Team Nunavut with a chance to take at least a 3-1 lead here. Odds are it's going to be 3, or they're going to give up a steal. Looked like she threw that one really good. That needs to curl though.
Whoa!
That needs to curl.
Yeah, sweet.
Needs to curl. Does the red go far enough? That can't sweep that one, but and it stays, and it looks like a steal of 1. That just needed to curl like a 1/4 inch, and we've got a 2-0 New Brunswick lead after 2 ends. We'll be back for third end action right after this.
Shore family, obviously it's a big part of our life. Isabella always says that she wants to be an Olympic champion curler when she grows up, which just melts my heart. But it also has shown them that if you work hard, anything is possible. If I was to ask them if they wanted to chase a dream, they believe that anything is possible as long as they put the work in, and it's because of watching us on the ice.
Everest is here to support you in the moments that matter. Learn how at everestfuneral.ca.
From cash spiels to Grand Slams, club competitions to world championships, there's a lot to keep up with on the pebbled ice. Stay up to date with the Hardline Curling Show, your weekly source for everything curling, with the latest event results, breaking news, interviews with players, executives, and insiders, plus behind-the-scenes access you won't get anywhere else. Follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube. Make sure you don't miss a thing.
So second end was a wild one and oh so close for Team Nunavut. Just needed Lee Gustafson's last one to curl maybe a half an inch. And it would have been a score of 3, but instead, New Brunswick, it hangs around and they steal one, and they've got a 2-0 lead heading into the third end here.
I think it'll stop a house.
Looks hot.
Looking for corner guard, but this one's really sliding.
Come on. Come on.
Okay, bring it back. Yeah, Maya, go. Maya, go. Maya.
Shoot. Well, I was hopeful.
Slides into the rings, and Team New Brunswick up 2-0 now. Will want to be removing this, maybe roll behind the center. Couple of updates for you. Right next door, Manitoba men up 2-0 on Yukon, playing third end. Yukon obviously with the hammer there. Next to them, PEI ladies, who are 5-0, playing Nova Scotia, who are 4-1. So winner of that game will win that pool. And PEI 2-0 playing the third end. Ontario men playing PEI men. Ontario also undefeated. And PEI looking for their first win. Ontario's up 2-1 playing the third.
It's a lot less.
Then the other game that we're keeping an eye on, because it matters so much to our game here.
Yeah, bring close. I don't know if we're out. Yeah.
Looks like Manitoba came back with a single point in the second, so they trail Yukon 2-1, playing the third end. And finally, Team Alberta men are up 2-0 on the New Brunswick men. Both playoff teams there. So jockeying for playoff position and a higher seed.
My jaw weight.
Back to our game though. Michaela Downey being asked for this intern come around.
Line's good. Where? Okay,
They'd like this right to the button if they could. Michaela was born in, I don't even know how to say, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Gotta be an interesting story there. Wonder if she was a military kid or what's going on there. Says she's been to over 25 countries and crossed the Atlantic 5 times before she turned 1 year old. That's pretty crazy. Over curled on that one though. And somebody, it's a race again. First come around doesn't always win, but definitely puts pressure on the other team. So we'll see if Maya can make that happen. That's really tight though.
Light, yes, yes.
Tight and light. This is already across the guard, I think.
Yes.
Speed doesn't look too far off. Just didn't get out wide enough. Didn't get out to the broom.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Probably want this to get by and chip off the red one and stay as a center. Accidentally sneak one in the rings here. Oh, what a sneaky little tick-tick buried top 12. I don't even know how you call line on this one. Just gets by the center guard, ticks one guard, touches the other one, and then gets that little spin into the top 12. And now actually quite a difficult little chase here for Michaela. Intern, hack weight, I don't know. This looks real hard. You know this spot curls. This looks pretty good. Should finish up to make this shot. I think this is a good one.
Yep.
Yeah, very well played. That was a tough shot. Great shot there by Michaela after a bit of a lucky bounce for Team Nunavut. All part of the game, no pictures on the scorecard. It's not like pool where you got to call your shot in curling. Anything goes. Wherever they stop, they stop. So now Jill being asked to hit and roll back behind. Oh, it's not Jill yet. Sorry, it's Maya still.
Heavy.
Whoa.
When you see line.
Got a curl.
This is
Jill.
way out there. Don't think this is going to hit much.
Whoa. Yeah, too wide.
Just got that one a little wide of the line of delivery, and
Just a bit too much weight.
advantage New Brunswick again in a free
Just a
come
bit.
around.
Okay.
Going to switch to this out turn. Heather Munn and her husband Nick won the 2007 mixed provincials, so got to represent New Brunswick at the Canadian mixed. And she was the skip of the 2017 club championship, so that's pretty cool. Michaela and Kim were both on that team as well. So some experience at this. It's been a year or two, a few. Hard to believe 2017 is like 7 years ago, but if I do all the math, I think that's what it is. So another shot at hitting this open rock here and rolling behind what's becoming a wall of center guards. Now it's Jill Billingham. See if she can get it on the line here. Again, we got this one wider than they want it to be.
Martha.
Martha.
I don't think you're going to carve that one quite enough. So unforced error, and now I know the last one wasn't made. Heather didn't make the come around, but she chipped the center guard to an easier spot to come around. It's always a little bit trickier going around way out wide. More guesses of speed and line. But this one they should know. Just got to get the speed right here. Should be plenty of curl.
Can't hurt it.
Line's not a problem. Just got to sweep this one to the top 4 foot, and this is going to be pretty buried, I think.
Yep.
Got to get it to the 4 foot though to get the line. Got another couple of feet of weight. You can see it's on a perfect line, but a good shot.
If you get that one, that's okay.
Okay.
I didn't hear how hard that they're trying to throw this one. I maybe missed the signal. But that is ice for probably control almost.
Heavy. I'm pushing it out.
This one's still floating, and you can hear Jill not happy with the pushing it out is, you know, commonly called a set or setting it back, and it just kind of stays there when you throw it like that. So getting a little messy here for Team Nunavut. So you can see on release here, the motion is outwards instead of straight at the broom. It's out and to her right, and the rock continues to float that way and never really grabbed any curl. So called the guard here. Could draw right in there and even bump it a little bit, but the guard's fine. Not a lot of ways for Team Nunavut to get in there.
Okay, line's
Just
good.
line.
Yep. Michaela.
This one's curling. Might as well sweep this right in there if it's.
All right, you're by the front.
Yeah, keep going though.
Might as well bring it now.
Yep, I agree. Keep going. Keep going. Might even go right to the 4 foot. That's a pretty good spot. Not what they were calling, but.
More normal slide, like, oh, we're gonna stop it.
We could just draw. Do you like the hit or the draw?
Try the hit and roll.
You want the hit? Okay.
So hit and roll here. Hate to leave those two red ones right in the 8 foot on the center line, but.
It's all good. Shake it off. Just overthrew it a bit. We're going to do a nice hit and flop.
So So hit and roll right to the button would be, maybe not quite to the button. Hit and roll to the side of the forefoot.
There is a draw there, but I just want to cut them down.
So concerned about drawing and having to draw against maybe even 4 on her last one or something. So wants to play the hit to cut them down to eliminate a red one. They haven't had much success on this hit in this spot though.
Weight, okay, so be close. Ooh.
Good line, sweet.
Doesn't look very soft, but
Sweet.
it does look a lot tighter.
You're close.
Yeah, sweet. Wow. Keep coming, sweet. Yeah.
Gotta streak this one. Can they hold it? It's close. Gonna overroll a little bit.
Thank you. Sit.
Will it stay for shot? And it does not. Now the trouble for Nunavut is there's one shot, and it's that in-turn draw.
Tap that up. I like that, but whichever. I just don't want to open it. I just don't want to open it.
I think I like the in-turn, even if you're light. How do they get in there for?
Just want to be up here. Even up here is okay.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Carol here.
So if I move that, that opens the draw on that side, right?
Yeah.
I like it.
And there's plenty of room. You could take this right to the forefoot, or even if this is just kind of wide open, full 8-foot might be the best spot. I don't know how Nunavut would get in there. They'd have to play an out turn, thread the needle draw through a hole that looks really terrible on that right-hand side for a draw.
If line's good, we'll bring it in, but we're just trying to block her draw.
So here we go, last New Brunswick skipstone of the third end, and got Team Nunavut in trouble again here.
Let's go 4, 3-4 will be good. It's not curling.
New Brunswick, different teams, but also have a
top 12.
back-to-back Canadian Championship streak on the line this week.
Yep.
This is on a really good line if they can get this to the full 8-foot. Even if it's just a biter, it's good. Get it in the rings. Line was perfect, just a little short, so.
We're just going to try and get a piece of that forefoot.
Yeah, draw through the hole as we see it on our screen on the left-hand side. The problem is, the challenge is that you have almost no room for error on the line. Hopefully somebody has some idea.
Okay. We just have to get a bite of 4. But it's going to be really out. It's really out there, so it's going to be frosty. Yep. So it's going to be slow. It might hang.
Do we keep our rooms down?
No, but definitely stay close.
Yeah.
We haven't seen it a ton slower out wide yet, so I'd be a little bit worried about that. But you can see here, because of how much the ice is curling and with draw weight, like she's got probably
So 3-9?
a couple of inches of room for error on the line. And then pair that with not much room for error on the weight, and this is a very difficult shot for one. Here we go, final shot, third end.
3-8.
Gustafson
Okay. Whoa.
hanging on the corner guard at the moment.
Yep.
It's got to curl.
Running like it's hot.
Going.
Still really needs to curl. This is quite heavy. This might tap them in for another, but just finished enough not to, I believe. Steal of 2 for New Brunswick, and a 4-0 lead heading to the fourth end now. Counting's difficult for me sometimes. We'll be right back after a quick break.
I love that curling is a team sport, that we're able to travel the world with friends and family and experience the journey with fans as well. The sport demands so much, whether it's fine motor skills or both physically and mentally taxing. And it's just a fun social sport that you're able to kind of make an extended family all over the world.
Everest is here to support you in the moments that matter. Learn how at everestfuneral.ca.
Don't forget your brooms.
You got it.
Come on. Okay, well,
You make moments like these possible.
So another big end for Team New Brunswick in the third end. They hang another 2 points on the board, and we've got a 4-0 lead
Make it. I don't think it's make it.
for the ladies from New Brunswick.
I touched it. Okay, Jill, Jill, Jill. Jill, go.
Some confusion on the sweep here.
All the way, guys.
I touched it.
Oh.
It's a rock.
Oh, touched
No,
it.
I have to get rid of it. I burnt it.
Yeah, that's exactly what you do when you burn it. I wondered why there was some hesitation on the sweeping, but we call our own fouls. When you touch a rock, you tell somebody, you tell people, and you throw it in the corner. That's the rule. You're not allowed to touch the rocks.
She's very honest.
So New Brunswick probably just going to fill the rings now, up 4. Not too worried about scoring more points, but really want to limit the points that the opportunities that they give to Nunavut. Good looking shot here from Kim. Those are perfect. Well done. Perfect setup.
I hit your broom and then I hit the rock.
I'm supposed to draw between the 2 rocks.
I prefer a corner guard here. This is fine. It's just really difficult and going to be very close together.
I'm close, right?
Yeah, no, I'm close.
Just sit on top.
Trying to draw a top 8-foot here. Looks a little strong. Might want to sweep this by like back and go around everything.
Maya.
But it's curling too much for that. It's on actually a really good line, but it's just going to be a little bit too heavy.
There we go.
Pretty good effort.
Jill, come here.
You can see how easy this takeout is, but we're not going to take it on.
This is 7, eh?
You can hit that red one almost anywhere on the center line side and remove that yellow in lie 2. But instead we're going to play the freeze.
Yeah, gotta go.
Michaela Downey, intern freeze, want to be top 8-foot. Would love to get to the nose, which is really difficult with where that top rock is.
Where are you? Yeah, it needs to curl though.
It's close, and it's curling.
Right here.
Good looking shot here. This was a tough shot, folks.
Good shot, Michaela.
Made it very nice. Bump, 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 and lie shot here. Could also play the double on the top
Just
ones,
so
just
like-
move stuff around.
Back line hack.
Black line hack.
Okay, hack weight? Okay.
So like a heavy draw. Kind of like my draws.
Okay, Jill draw.
A Jill
Kind of
draw.
like my draws. Poking a little fun at herself. She's been a little heavy on a couple of draws, I guess.
It's okay. It's a bit heavy. It's a bit heavy.
It's heavy.
Jill, see the line.
Jill,
It's close, though.
coming up. Right there.
This looks pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Yeah. Bump, 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 bump.
Good. Okay.
Good job. Okay, oh wait.
Not bad. Those reds are lined up pretty good in the middle for New Brunswick, but exactly what they called. So now Carol going to play the hit and roll off the wide one. Sure, it'd be nice if they could hit and roll and just bump the red one like an inch or so towards the center line and really line that red, red, yellow up. Next door, Yukon answered on the men's game against Manitoba with a deuce of their own, and it's 2-2 playing the fourth end. Prince Edward Island ladies have taken a 3-0 lead over Nova Scotia in a battle for first in that pool. Ontario men up 3-1 on Prince Edward Island. This is on the wrong side, but nose hit's pretty good here. That's a pretty good shot. Nunavut can maybe use that one to come off of to screw up this middle angle a bit, because it's really not in their favor.
If you're sitting on that, I don't care.
That's not
But
bad
here,
either.
okay?
Okay.
And we've got Yukon up 3-1 on the ladies game against Manitoba. And on the far sheet, Alberta is up 2-1 with the Hammer, playing the fourth end against New Brunswick. So lots of good games out here again, and it's been nonstop action right from day one, which I think was Monday. All the days are kind of melding into one for me.
And I don't think has.
But the playoff action starts tonight. This is the final draw. I said that yesterday too, and I was wrong, but I think I'm right this time.
Okay.
So over curled and wrecked, and that's still lined up pretty good if you're New Brunswick. I think a nose hit, you could lie at least 4.
What do you like? Do you like this? Yeah.
Tonight it says on my calendar, men's knockout games. We will see, however. I've heard rumblings the finals are together, so I would think the knockouts, but we only have 6 sheets, and we've got 4 men's games and 4 women's, so that would make sense that they would separate that. Let this curl. Pretty good. That yellow one is shot, but it's in a very, very vulnerable spot. Those reds are lined up right on it.
So super duper light. I can do this, ladies. I can do this.
I can do this. Love the self-talk.
Sweep it. Yes, light. All the way.
Where is it? Where?
It's light.
Okay, up. Whoa. Maya, make it curl. Whoa, whoa.
Little bump that's going to line those reds up even.
I can't hear you guys, so I need you louder, okay?
Even better for New Brunswick. And
Lined up now, but we can get the other one first.
I don't think you want to hit that one.
Shot one now.
Yeah, I like this first, but
This
The angles so we don't.
there's risk here too. If this over curls, you could jam it and on the back 8 one, leave yellow line 2. The other risk is if you hit it too thin, because you don't want to jam it, you're going to roll over and move those perfectly angled frozen red ones, which you don't want to do. Oh, rolled far enough that didn't mess them up, so those angles are still really good. You can see if this is a little lighter and stays there, it might screw up those angles a bit, but they're still perfect. And this is, again, Nunavut's lying shot rock, but this is getting messy.
Medium to light. I think top of house. She heavy? Same weight. Okay.
I was really outside. That should curl. It's curling.
Can it be back here? Yeah. Yeah. Martha.
Freeze the back one, a little audible maybe.
Whoa.
Past the back one though.
Sorry.
Maybe draw behind yours. Does it stay for second? Not quite.
Now's the time.
But now the red, yellow, both the yellows are going to be moving.
And really good right there.
I think you're going to have to throw some speed here to get the yellow to bounce off the back yellow, and you could lie.
Yep.
I don't know, you can't even count that high. 6? The back one might jam. Depends on the speed.
Feel. What? Yeah, just your side of nose.
So right on the nose, I think, is where you're looking to hit this. Keep your shooter there. Could even cross it a bit. This is coming with some heat. She's going to hit it good and thick. So we're going to see what's happening. Will it bounce off the back? Oh, just like that. Yikes. You can see here, throws the nice firm weight, hits it very close to the nose, and those yellows just fly. And New Brunswick lies 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, I'm correct. Somebody just double checked me, but I was right.
So we're just gonna have to hit it slightly off nose and flop under.
Flop under, holy moly. I don't know if I like that. I think flop under, there is a little bit of daylight. You might want to hit and roll right to the broom and then leave a tricky one and then draw against 4 or 5, but we'll see what Lee's up to here. Maybe she can make the hit and roll under.
Sweep! All the way! Rotation.
Sweep!
This is big trouble.
Sweep! All the way, keep just sweeping. We'll see what happens.
Hits and rolls in front, leaves red lying 4, but where that one rolled to there's a double for 1 right now, so
Sure, it's okay. Yeah, if you she's got this.
I think you might want to draw, yeah, right there.
Yeah, that's still for 1. So.
And then if you take away that double though, she has to play a raise on the yellow one that if she's off at all, she could give you 5. So I'm more worried about guarding. I don't think you're guarding anything in the middle. I think you're fine if she's playing that run back.
Top 4.
I think you want to guard that hit and roll half rock double.
Say you're 4 or 5.
What?
4 or 5.
Final stone for Team New Brunswick, and a huge opportunity here to take a big lead into the 4th end break.
Line straight.
If I was sweeping this, I'd be sweeping it early to keep it wide.
Straight. Just gotta get it here.
I think a lot of times this is going to overcurl and leave her that double, but
Bring it in. Yep.
line looks good. So at this point, it's going to overcurl that. So might as well bring it right to the face of shot rock. Like sweep that, sweep that. Somebody sweep it, sweep it. Now it's kind of in the way. And this is jail.
Yeah, it can be a double, but we're not going to get a point off of it.
Oh, you would need a miracle to get a point here.
Right? Because if we'd have to hit this.
Can we come in this way? Can
We'd
we
have
see
to.
anything? A predicament.
No.
So their only
have to
shot
hit
to
here.
me
Yeah.
is hit this one.
And then like
But the
Roll.
rate that
It's
I
going to
need
probably hit the
to
back
make
of that
it
red and
would
just kind of
flop
sit
out.
here. Maybe hold them to 1. If they had swept that red one another inch, I don't think there would have been a shot to score. I don't love your chances hitting this one. So I think she's trying to play this, kind of this triple here, and this one.
I mean, the only other wild card would be in off of this, but I really don't want to do that.
I think you're playing off of that one
If we
and
hit
trying to
flop
hold them
in
to
here,
1.
I don't think we're getting shot either. We can't get it high enough.
Do less damage.
Because this rock here, because that rock is a piece buried, like if you could see that whole thing, then you could make this triple. But you need to hit it really
we're just
thick.
gonna have to go this one.
Like,
this way?
I don't even know if you could, because it's probably going to spin out this way. Maybe we're going to find out though.
With the way I'm throwing, let's give it a bit more.
So a lot of times what's going to happen here is this top one's going to jam. It's there. Your shooter's going to come over and spin up, and this one's going to go here. And this one and this one are going to score. And if you spin too far, this one's going to score too.
Okay. The only other shot is maybe doing an in.
Oh, this telestrator is the
red one, but
cat's meow, as they say.
No, you like to hit.
well, it
So a
would be
big shot, game ball really.
But it would be a redirect hit.
So you can see how it's a piece buried. If they could just nose it, they could just nose it for 1. Double for 1, no problem.
I'm just gonna aim for the cut.
Okay.
And I'm throwing.
And if you get too tight here and you tick that yellow, oof,
I'm over.
Take a breath.
that would be
I'm over it.
a 6. So here we go.
Sweep!
Get first.
Lee Gustafson.
Sweep all the way!
Oh God.
Sweep!
Stop sweeping, needs to curl.
Wow!
Audible, audible.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That was not great. Oh my god.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think.
Oh, 5. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
missed one. 5 for New Brunswick and a 9-0 lead into the 4th end. We'll be back.
Curling means so much to our family. Obviously, it's a big part of our life. Isabella always says that she wants to be an Olympic champion curler when she grows up, which just melts my heart. But it also has shown them that if you work hard, anything is possible. If I was to ask them if they wanted to chase a dream, they believe that anything is possible as long as they put the work in, and it's because of watching us on the ice.
Everest is here to support you in the moments that matter. Learn how at everestfuneral.ca.
Don't forget your brooms.
You got it.
Come on. Okay, well, what do you got? You got 1, you got 2, you got...
Just one little piece.
You make moments like these possible.
We sort of talked about the prerequisites to get in. You can't be on a current team that's doing the circuit, but there's still a lot of high-level curlers. Can you give us a sense of just how good the competition is at an event like this?
Yeah, I mean, I've done probably 5 or 6 draws this year, and then the last couple of years we've done it, and every province is responsible for making their rules. So certain provinces, depending on what they decide, but a good example is Team Saskatchewan. Aaron Schucher is the skip, and if he had won that tiebreaker at the Tankard last year, he would have been banned from this event for 5 years. Whereas the Nunavut guys, they've all been to multiple Briars. You look over New Brunswick, Jeff Lacey, Peter Case. I mean, I've played them in a handful of Briars. So it depends. It goes province to province. So I don't know all of the rules for all of the provinces and territories, but the idea is that there's still a place where regular jobs, family, everything else, and they still get a chance to go out and play there once or twice a week and win the club championship and go on to something. I kind of liken it to the RBC Scramble in golf, which is a similar idea, but our advantage is we don't have to have handicaps. That's too easy to cheat.
The live sports experience is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you. IKS Live continues to bring you the best seat in the house.
This is it. It all comes down to this rock. The hours in the gym, the weeks away from my family. This is what I've been training for. And all those voices trying to tear me down, I'm here to silence them. We've given everything we have for a chance to get everything we want.
We're back. Fifth end action in a game that has escalated quickly into a dominant scoreboard anyway for Team Manitoba. Unfortunate end there for Team Nunavut, and they find themselves down a lot. I believe the rule is you have to play at least 6 ends. Curling, of course, a bit unique in that normally you can quit anytime. Curling Canada implies or puts in some rules at certain times at national championships and such. Other games across the board, we've got Alberta men up 3-1 at the break on Team New Brunswick. Jeff Lacey and his squad from New Brunswick will have the hammer in 5. Manitoba ladies crack a big 3 to take a 4-3 lead on Yukon. Win there is crucial for them. Ontario men up 3-2 with the hammer versus PEI. PEI ladies are up 3-1 with the hammer against Nova Scotia in the battle for first place in that pool. And right next door, Manitoba up 3-2 against Yukon. Yukon with the hammer in the 5th end. So close games everywhere else. We've got a little bit of a gap here, 9-0. And comfortable situation for Team New Brunswick. So Team New Brunswick is going to throw a couple in the rings every end, and then as soon as they're able to, they're probably going to start hitting Nunavut stones. A good shot there by Kim Dow. On the flip side, Nunavut is going to try and throw guards and get around guards and find places to hide and somehow manufacture some multiple point ends.
Is it lighter than the last one?
Yeah.
So Martha being asked to come around her first corner guard.
Yeah. Yeah. Hard.
This one's really curling, and they thought it was light, so
All the way.
another corner guard here is not a bad play anyway.
Whoa. You're good.
That's actually fine. New Brunswick gonna just, draw another one in there, tap it up. With the 5-rock rule, they still cannot remove those guards. So try and fill the center here and leave some rocks there that eventually Nunavut's gonna have to deal with, I think is the plan. Michaela Downey. I think she might be named after her dad. Her dad's name is Michael Patrick Lynch, and her name is Michaela Patricia Lynch, now Downey. So
It's good, Michaela. Good sweep.
I think that's safe to say. Good shot there. And you can see those are going to have to be dealt with eventually by Team Nunavut if they want to score multiple points. But for now, it's mission 1 is to get something buried in the house. All offense all the time for Nunavut. Don't have to worry about any risk now if you're Nunavut. It's already, pretty risky. Odds are pretty high you're going to lose. So whether you're going to lose the game by 1 or 10, it doesn't really matter. So might as well get super aggressive and see if you can't score 2 or 3 here.
Oh, Martha.
Whoa, look up.
This one has some curling to do though, but the weight looks close, a little heavy. So it doesn't get buried and leave New Brunswick the chance.
We get that, it's fine.
Kim has a chance to just hit and roll center line side. Carol's saying if we hit the guard, fine, which is correct, but this is like wide open. If you hit the guard, you've missed this by quite a bit. Kayla may be thinking, let's make sure if this gets by, it might jam the one in the house, but that's a fine result. Maybe even bump the red ones up, not quite. But that's fine. Those reds actually line up really nicely onto that back yellow.
Here's okay.
So Lee just letting the team know, letting Maya know, guard this up. But if you're kind of top 12, that wouldn't be super upsetting.
A little heavier? It's a bit heavy. It's heavy.
Hey, yeah, Jill.
Yep.
So I think it's heavy, trying to hold it on the reds.
Heavy.
Yeah, Jill.
Okay.
Okay, well.
Trying to hold the line so you can just kind of chap off there, but I think it's just past. And almost gonna tick in. Okay. So stuck around, but that was supposed to be in the top 12, not the back 12. So after this draw, we should know the matchups for round 1 of the playoffs. It's a double knockout format leading to a championship game in the ladies and the men's. Good shot there. And a full disclosure, I've looked at it a handful of times and I can't really figure it out. So I know if you win all your games, you're going to win.
Soft weight.
But this quarterfinals, it's not really quarterfinals, but a round of 8, 4 from each pool. They'll go crisscross and one plays 4 from the other pool, I would imagine. And then the winners go to kind of 2 semis, and the winners of that will play for, I would assume, a place in the final. That's kind of winning the A side. And then the rest is to win the B. But sometimes Curling Canada throws in little wrenches that confuse me, so I'm expecting that. There'll be some kind of modification that I don't understand.
Okay, well.
This one over Curlin. Just not really Team Nunavut's day to this point, and yeah, not very many hits here, so maybe just keep the foot on the gas. See if Heather Munn can play the in-turn, come around to the button to lie 4. And keep the pressure on Team Nunavut.
Mine's really good. Where?
Halfway.
Yep.
Halfway.
Just here is fine. Just whoa. Sorry. That's fine. That's rough. Heavy, but oh, that's fine.
Okay.
So came up short and not exactly what they wanted. Chance here for Nunavut if you can get one around here.
Nice.
Still have 3 shots to come, so could still get a 3-ender here. We'll see if Jill Billingham can find the line and the weight, match them together.
Same. Yeah, wait. Center? Top?
No.
This one is out there.
It's going.
Needs to curl.
It's coming.
Still on the corner guard, but I think it's going to get by.
Yeah, go. Yes.
Doesn't have the weight, however.
Okay, whoa. Let it die.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
So now switching to the out turn, come around.
Oh, it's okay.
Paths are getting closed down. Looking a little bit scary if you're Team Nunavut. Anything short here from Carol Webb, and Lee will have to bump up that one that's that Jill just threw on the left-hand side as we're looking at it now.
Yeah, okay. I'll make sure it's a good handle. Let's make sure I have a good handle on it.
Perfect spot for this is kind of biting the forefoot, mostly buried, I would think. Anything short though, and it's pretty good. Back house is not ideal. She did say good handle. She wanted to throw extra handle. And anytime you do that, it's really easy to add speed. I don't think this is as heavy as maybe they think, or is it? Line looks perfect.
Still by.
This is perfect. I would sweep that.
Okay.
That's perfect. Yikes.
Yeah.
I don't think we can loop around that. Can you like try not
You can see here without not even a lick of the brush. just gets by the red one, and on that line could have swept that right into the 4-foot, but that's fine.
I don't love being behind the tee, but
I don't see any great shots over here. I guess
Give it a
she's
go.
trying to draw around Carol's shot rock there. Possible in theory. I think I'd prefer that in-turn tap maybe. I mean, at this point, you're in some trouble.
We're gonna do a draw. I think only 2 rocks have been down this path, so it's gonna probably still be frosty. 2, yeah, maybe 3, but. Do we remember what my time was when I threw it down here last end, or whatever end it was?
I don't remember.
No. Okay. Okay.
So here we go.
It's probably a 90. We're just gonna go back of tee, okay, and sit on top of theirs. So we're gonna try and hug it around.
Freeze right on the back one for shot. First skip stone, Lee Gustafson. Team Nunavut.
Yeah, go.
Kind of a must make. I mean, might be a little too late, but this must be heavy. It's not curling that much yet, and it's got to go for line though. It's tight line. Really tight line. Okay. And wasn't far off the weight, but I think if they sweep that to get it by for line, I don't think it stops anyway. And New Brunswick continues to lie 2. So they could bump, tap the reds. They could just follow that down. They could draw right beside their last one. If you could ever draw one right there, then you're gonna have to make, Team Nunavut's gonna have to make this tap over here.
The same thing.
But yeah, if you draw one right here, you can see there's gonna be no way in there. And that's gonna push Team Nunavut to a tap on the other side. But see what Carol Webb and Team New Brunswick can come up with here. Really similar throw to her last one, and even if she does bounce off a little bit or just freezes on her last one, it's still good. But she's got this one on a wider line on purpose. I think line's pretty good. I think line's really good. Just kind of guarding the draw, and that's well played. No draw there now.
Oh yeah, she just blocked off the path.
So we got to tap this yellow, and it's against 2, I think.
Yep. Just off nose. Okay. I'll only throw about the same, maybe a bit less actually, like back 8.
Where do you want my broom?
That is a good question, my friend. I'm gonna say there.
So we need to hit this one right on the nose, essentially, or have a little bit of room for error on the high side, a little bit low side, but not much room for error on the speed. Needs to be very good here to avoid going down double
So we're
digits.
just gonna do a little raise. I'm gonna take a slight amount off because I think that one would have been like back line, right? Yeah. So we just have to hit it just off nose on the high side.
So the plan is accurate. See how the execution goes here.
You will both jump on it.
Both. Okay.
Okay. So that was a 3-8, right? Yeah. Okay.
Final stone, 5th end, Team Nunavut, desperate times.
Line's good.
3-9.
Yeah.
Lighter.
You're close, right?
Off.
Just needs to do some curling to get the line. Getting close. Still needs to curl a little bit.
Just.
Whoa!
Still needs to curl. Not too high.
Sweep it.
Oh my gosh. So good.
Oh, and a great shot. Got them cut down to 1, I believe. I think that's going to be a steal of 1 for New Brunswick. And we'll be back with the 6th end right after this.
Obviously, you mentioned the success you've had this season. Is it about just continuing that as the season goes along? Or obviously, like you mentioned, you want to peak at the right time, but how do you sort of contrast getting hot at the right time?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we hope to do as veterans. I mean, playing your best game in, Sault Ste. Marie or Okotoks or Penticton isn't necessarily the goal. You want to be able to elevate your game at the Grand Slams and the Brier and provincial playdowns, so you try to wear that maple leaf to go to the Worlds. And so I think, all 4 of us have good experience in doing that. I think we all know what's important to us and what gets us excited to play these days at those big events. And so I think that with the 4 guys we have on this team, I think we're going to be able to do that. And, it's about staying consistent and growing throughout the season. Get your confidence going, try to, iron out some kinks you may have as a team. But I think getting the best out of each other when it counts the most is what we're really looking forward to.
We're back for the 6th end here at the Everest Funeral Concierge Canadian Club Curling Championships, and we've got a bit of a lopsided one here, folks. Team Nunavut, nothing really going their way, and Team New Brunswick, everything going their way. New Brunswick on their way to evening up their record at 3-3, depending on where you get your information. And I believe if the last stone draw is accurate, I think this win will get them into the playoffs, but do not quote me.
This is why.
In the other game that matters here, looks like Manitoba has clawed their way all the way back into the lead, 5-3 over the Yukon. So, but New Brunswick would need that that game to flip, I believe. In any event, New Brunswick looking like they're going to win and even up their record. And finish at 500 at 3-3, and then they'll hope for the best.
All right, I'm trying to feel them again, guys.
Yep.
It's a chance to freeze one on the button.
It's like out in Timbuktu.
Timbuktu, that's out there, that's far.
Yeah, she's sailing.
Yeah.
Next door, potential upset in the making. Yukon's played well all week, just kind of wrong side of the inch kind of stuff, but up 5-3 on the young guns from Manitoba. Playing the 6th, Manitoba with the hammer.
No, the hog-to-hogs of this is still insane.
So a sneaky one there, drawn around everything. Not shot rock, but it's in the rings. New Brunswick going to keep the foot on the throttle. Draw another one in there, guard it up. Both are good.
Line's good.
Carol tapping top 4 foot, that would be really good. Line's getting really good.
Line's really good, yep. Hard, all the way
Good looking
up.
shot here if they can sweep it a little bit more. Sweep it till it stops, get it half buried. Really good spot there.
Either a draw or a guard. So there's a plan A, plan B. Plan A is
Okay, gonna freeze one in the top 8 foot. I think if you do that, New Brunswick might just guard. But we'll see what happens.
I think it's light. It's light.
Okay, yep. Whoa, whoa. It's good.
Both sweepers thought it was light out of her hand.
Okay.
Don't know that it is. Doesn't look like it is. Maybe the audible freeze on shot rock. That would be much better outcome.
Yeah, Jill. Yeah. Yeah.
This is close.
Okay, whoa, no bump.
Just gonna bounce off a little, but not too bad. Something that New Brunswick's gonna want to deal with, and it's not super easy to do, so. Gonna play the hit, could play the draw. This hit's awfully precise. It's pretty easy to get rid of the yellow, but a lot of times you're gonna move your red back button. But when you're up 10, I guess you're not really concerned about moving yours. Just get rid of the yellows.
Yes, Kim. Yep. Yes, Kim. Hard, Kim. Yep. Yes, Kim. Hard. Yes.
Really got to go to get this one by.
Whoa, whoa.
No problems. That was a good shot. That was not an easy shot. Not a lot of room for error there. So great throw by Mikhail. You can see Kim Dow holding that one, and maybe could have got it by a little bit tighter, but with the big lead, playing a little more conservative. And
I couldn't remember.
Brunswick lies 3.
On this side. Okay. I'm like, wait a second.
My being asked for a hit and roll right to the button. And they could really use a spark.
For a hit. I think it's heavy, but for a hit.
This is trouble. This one got a little bit wide on my end. Not going to come back with that weight. Weight was actually good. Just got it wide of target. And
Tell her weight was good.
And now Team New Brunswick just going to guard it up. Could draw right in there, wouldn't be bad either. A whole bunch of good spots for this one. So Heather Munn, in turn draw. Top 12's good, but if this does slide to the top 4 foot and buries a piece, I think that would also be good.
A bit better.
Line looks really good.
Okay. Mine's great.
New Brunswick's not really missing much the last little while.
Hard, get it by the top. Okay.
And if it hasn't put a lot of pressure on them, but that's a good spot.
How many red do you see?
Too many.
Hit a whole bunch of stuff. Let's hit a whole bunch of stuff. Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's smash it.
Well, I'm just going to do...
So they like the smash.
Not like a bullet guard. I mean a bullet shot, like I usually do.
Hit this on the broom side, double those off. Maybe it comes back and ticks that other red. Hard to tell from up here. It's tight. Really got to sweep that. Maybe make the other double across the face.
Okay, whoa.
If it just feathers the top one, should get the next one. Oh, it got by, of course, because that's how it's going. Oh boy. If this just ticks, the one they hit, if it just ticks the second one, it will go the other way and make that double, but instead jams it. Not just jams it, rolls it to the button and rolls the shooter to kind of hook all of them. And I'm starting to struggle to find a way for Nunavut to score this end.
Halfway tight.
Yeah, really anywhere guarding anything. Don't want this one to come right in.
I think it's okay.
Yeah, it looks pretty good to me too. This is a bit of a mayday situation for Nunavut.
You have to come this way.
I'm just gonna draw, okay.
If you're up here, that's okay.
Okay. Keep it light. Okay, I'm gonna go right up here.
I think I'd probably be playing something in the middle, just blow stuff up and try and score one and get out of here. But the perfect draw here can be shot rock, and maybe they can. That's how they get on the board.
Yeah, hard.
Got to go for line here, though. This is huge trouble.
Okay, you're all over the guard. Maya, roll it.
It's not rolling anywhere either. That's blocking everything. There goes their way in, and ooh boy. Somebody open up the bar tab, I think.
Like, I don't know how she's, I think you might as well.
It's literally impossible for them to score right now, I think.
Sure, it's okay. I don't know. What else does she have? Because if you end up here, you block your way in. Okay. I don't think that guard's in,
I think if New Brunswick didn't shoot twice here, I think they're still probably going to score.
guess. Top 8, top 12's okay.
Top 8, top 12. I just wouldn't want to put this
Top 8, top 12.
top 8. If it over curls and comes out in that hole, there might be room to go through there off this into the 2-shot rocks. That would be not as good.
Looks nice.
Looks like lots.
T. Better back.
Whoa, just here.
Back forward.
That's good.
Went out to curl, make that curl, make that curl. Not bad. Maybe through the hole.
I'd like a timeout with my coach.
Do you want a timeout?
No, we don't have a coach.
Right up the center.
Maybe through the hole, thin here, off the back here, up here. Mayday. Doesn't look like there's quite room, but I don't see anything else. The silence is deafening.
We can get to this side.
Yeah. Oh, look. Nunavut's got themselves in a predicament.
And then come in and see what happens.
This is
What?
kind of a running cream in this
Roll in
game.
and see what happens. I don't even mind leaving it here and then using it as a tap on the next turn.
Okay.
Come in with like a back. So you want to
So a bit of a setup shot,
we're
perhaps.
gonna have to go inside out.
Try and nose this and leave it in a spot that's usable. New Brunswick will try and guard it, but if they don't,
Yeah.
if they miss the guard,
Go hit that one.
I think a bit more. I think it's gonna curl up.
Yeah.
More? Not that much. Yeah. Okay.
What?
tough to find a silver lining in this one for Nunavut. They're in all kinds of trouble here.
So we're gonna come down and hit that and sit so that I can use it come this way on my next one and use it as a raise. I think.
So a setup shot.
Another option is we smack the top red one and move stuff around and pray for the best on the next.
I think praying is probably your best strategy at this point.
What do you feel like, Skippy?
Neither one leave great second shots.
No. But would any
The Nunavut fans are praying over here.
Yeah, potentially it would. It would shorten them for sure. But what do you guys like?
I like busting it open, but that's
Yeah.
because I can't draw.
I love the honesty and self-awareness.
I feel like you like to hit.
I do like to hit, but I don't know what the second shot would be. Like, I don't know what we're setting ourselves up for.
Okay.
That's what my concern is.
Yeah.
That might be good.
Well,
And maybe
you're kind
I-
of going for a hit here too.
Yeah.
So go take this hit.
Okay.
Yeah, this is your nice hit.
I said I wanted a timeout with my coach, please. Greg, can you come out here?
So here it comes.
Yeah, hard.
Got that one going inside though. This is going to be on the corner guard.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
Watch your feet. Watch your feet.
Thank you.
Oof. Didn't change too much here and just big trouble. We'll leave it at that.
Same thing, I guess.
So just guard some of the guards. They So final shot in the 6th end for Carol Webb, skip of Team New Brunswick, on their way to a victory here and quite possibly into the next round. Just piling on now. That's good. I mean,
we lost a game and I just took my group and it's lifted.
I don't. The only shot is the intern draw over here to cut him down. Over here now to cut him down to 2. There's literally nothing else.
Okay. Let's just cut off an arm instead of losing the body.
He's a respectable number.
12? Yeah.
So like just coming in here?
Yeah, great.
I don't know.
Yeah, sounds wonderful.
Okay.
So they're finding a little humor in it. Curling's a tough game and sport is sport. Sometimes things don't go your way, so trying to make the best of a difficult situation.
This is the last draw of the tournament. Okay, so just
Thank God.
give it all you got, girl.
Should we just make a show of it and give a good smack?
It's tempting.
It's so tempting.
So draw to the side of the 4-foot to hold them to 2.
Okay, sorry.
That's a lot of ice.
I think it's far off. So see if they can go out with a make here.
And let's just
Absolutely no way to score a point.
Yeah, just tuck her in there. So
Tuck her in there, Lee says.
Question mark?
A little lighter, I mean.
Okay.
Here comes, as they said, final shot of the tournament for Team Nunavut. Lee Gustafson, intern draw. See if Maya and Martha can put this one. Actually, it's not Martha, it's Jill and Maya. Line's good, tight if anything. Line's tight. You gotta sweep this for line. Gotta sweep this for line. Gotta keep going for line. Maybe a little feather.
We're gonna sweep.
nice. Okay, well, 3 instead of 4, I think.
And cut him down to 3 instead of 4.
Yay.
It's a victory.
Yeah, 3.
I think we're gonna have handshakes here and a victory for Team New Brunswick in a well-played game and a tough day for the ladies from Nunavut, but still smiling all the way till the end. And that's it for this one. We'll be back tonight at 7 for some men's playoff action. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brent Lang signing off. See you later.